Hi everybody. I don't know who's gonna watch this, but I just want to relate my journey of how I get into learning law and also where I'm coming from. By the way, my name is Vivi, um, and I'm residing in Singapore. And at the background, you will hear my mom singing, so don't mind that. Anyway, why I'm doing this vlog is because that I want to know my progress. I want to look back and see where I've been, and in 8 months' time, I'll be getting my diploma, which is in legal studies here in Singapore. I never expected to actually take this subject. It just happened. Why I say this is because that a little bit history about myself. Somewhat around the age of 17-ish, coming to 18, I was involved in how would I put it? Like I mixed around with the wrong person, wrong people back then, back at the time, because I was young, I was rebellious, and I just wanted attention at that point of time. And then things just spiral out of control, and I got involved with the law. So I went through the journey of being an accused, and somewhat when I was going through probation, I got a sentence. It was probation, but I didn't manage to finish it because something happened in the midst of it. So I was convicted and I was sentenced, and I was in prison here in Singapore for a year. But after the holidays, I mean, they do minus off the holidays and the good stuff, rah rah. So I got around 8 months to serve my sentence. So that will be. This is just a brief history of what I've been through in my life, and I'm not ashamed of saying it because right now, um, it's been 10 years right now. It's been 10 years ago. So probably you could imagine like that was when I was 17 to 18-ish. So no, I lie. I think it's more than 10 years. And then in life, it was a little bit of struggle. I was struggling a lot. I lost my self-confidence. I went through a very dark phase, and I was going through anxiety and depression. Okay. I didn't know that I had that at the first time, but after being diagnosed by the psychiatrist, I understood where I was coming from, why it happened, how it felt like going through anxiety and depression. So all I can say, there's a lot of things been happening in my life, and there was a point in my life that I thought that I would never find the man of my dreams, or how would I say, I would never find the person who would understand me and who would accept me for who I am, because I've been through so much. And who wants? I was telling myself, who wants a person like myself who's gone through a lot of things and who is going through anxiety and depression? And that was in the year 2016. Yeah. I had depression, anxiety for so long, and I thought it was just a numb thing until the day I freaked out in 2016, and the psychiatrist, sorry, asked me what's been happening in my life and blah, blah. So I gave a little bit summary about my life, and it it just it was the hardest day of my time, because when I was being prescription medication, I was always quiet. I didn't want to talk, and my mom told me that I looked really, really scary. It was not me at all. So after a long, long run, I stopped my medication. Um, and and recently, 2017, in the beginning of the year, I found, no, I found, probably it's just fated. Um, higher, the higher universe wants me to find someone who can really understand me. Like I said, there was a point of my life which I had a point break where I thought that I'm always the bridesmaid and never the bride, and no one never settled down and blah blah. So last year, I found somebody, and things just things just turned around. Like it was a huge, um, huge, how to say, miracle, or should I say huge difference? But it's a miracle to me, because I found him, and that's the person who doesn't run the other direction. Why I say this? Because when you're going through so much, even though you're with someone, in order for that someone to accept you for who you are, they have to see your flaws. You see, good or bad, whatever the consequences is, in the future, someone has to accept you for who you are, good or bad. So, like I said, I found someone in 2017. We were we met on social media, and the thing about my current fiance, it was an amazing journey going through with him. There was totally a lot of downs, because I told myself, I'm not gonna be the goody two shoe girlfriend whereby, you act so sweet and so nice and rah, and then after the honeymoon period is gone, then you start having your claws out. So I didn't want to be that person. I never was and never will. So I showed him who I really was, and still am. But I've toned down a lot because the first few months when I was with my current fiance, who's gonna be my husband next year, we tied a knot. So we I kind of show him everything about myself, like my bad habits, my thinking, the way I think about things, the way I see, how I see the world, or how I foresee the world. So I was really, really easy to predict, because when I'm angry, sorry, when I'm angry, I will show it, and not only show it, but it will be on my face. You can see the expression was, except for him, he's always the opposite. You don't see how when he's angry, he can really control his features, but you can hear it in his voice that he is angry about something. He's ready to fight and all. So yeah, like I said, we get to know each other, we accept it, and things just move on from there. Even though there was the highs and lows, like a roller coaster, but one thing good about him, he doesn't jump off the roller coaster and commit suicide. he still hold on no matter how many twirls of the roller coaster, no matter whatever happens between us, he's still there. So the title states that me having my journey in business and law, sorry. Actually, when I applied for school, I wanted to take business and law in Kaplan. But in the midst of it, the procedure of going through it wasn't that easy. I mean, it was easy. You go down, you make a registration, you make a payment, and from there, they will determine if you can. I mean, anybody can take diploma, but it would determine if I could take direct diploma and not just um, take the extra modules because of my education. So currently I'm an N-level student, which is I think in high school in some of their countries, or I don't know, is it in high school or in college? I don't remember, but somewhere around there. So they asked me, I mean, the school itself asked me if I have working experience, and I say yes. And so they took some documents from me, and I told my consultation officer, and I told her saying that I've been waiting to take this diploma for such a long time, and if I have to do the extra module, I'll do it. And then she told me, hey, how old are you? I said I'm in my mid-30s, and she was like, why not you go in as a mature candidate? I was like, can I? And then she said that, yeah. So I gave her my statement of working in the places where I've been working, and she checked that out, and she says, that's not enough. Do you have any other documents? And I gave it again, and at the end of the waiting, but in the midst of it, I was going through anxiety because I don't know what's the outcome, and I kind of lose control about it. But in the end, I got through it. So I was told at the end of the few months of waiting that yes, I am eligible for a mature candidate. And I was like, yes. So I told her I want to take business and law part-time, and she said to me, at the current moment, there's not enough students to go and have the opening. So I was like, okay, what do you suggest? And she said, legal law. And I'm like, and then she explained to me, it doesn't mean that you take legal law, you can't work in a firm, or you can't work in an office or anything like that. So I was like, all right, okay, cool. So my direction from business and law has gone through legal studies, and so I'm supposed to start school in September, in the beginning of September, but it's because I couldn't utilize SkillsFuture. It's like a thing where the government gives the people here in Singapore to upgrade themselves. It's like a fund. So I couldn't utilize that, and I told her, so if I can't utilize this, then what should I do? And she says, why not you just take part-time? So I did. I'm like, okay. So I took the part-time, and right now it's my term 2 of it, and there's a lot of things that's been happening. I mean, the first day when I went in, I was so blurred. I was really like a sotong. It's just a term where in Singapore we call it sotong. It's like saying that you're blur. So I was pretty much a blur person, and I didn't know where to go, what to do, but I managed to get myself around the school. The first day went for my orientation, and I was so kiasu. It's in a term where Singaporeans are always kiasu because they want to get things done. They always want to be the first person to buy things or gadgets or stuff plush toys, and they would line up like the night before and rah just to get something. So I'm still a Singaporean, and I'm still that typical Singaporean who wants to get everything right in order. So like like being organized, or be prepared. I cannot buy my stationeries like a few months before. I think it was too early for that. Somewhat I know that I was going to school, and like I said, this school is not gonna be possible without my fiance. He is the pillar of my life. And so yeah, I told him, I did text him on the first day of orientation saying, I didn't get lost and I'm still here, rah. So I went through the orientation. I went the first day of my official school where we sit with the lecturers and rah. And the first thing the lecturer told me was, hey, hi, I'm good, thank you. When, like I said, when that first day of lecture, oh, it's nice to meet you. I'm from Singapore. And then on the first day of lecture in legal law, the first day when I stepped into class, I was like, the lecturer was looking at me. It's like, are you in the right class? I was like, yeah. This is diploma intake in legal studies. In legal studies, and it's my first day of class, and we're like, oh, okay, cool. And then she asked me how do I feel. I was like a little bit nervous, I'm having butterflies in my stomach. And then she was laughing. She told me everything's gonna be alright. Not everybody here knows anything. I believe some of the students are just from different backgrounds, and that's the interesting part where you meeting people from all walks of life. So I'm like, okay. So she said it's okay if you're going through anxiety. You in the next few months you will understand what's going on with what you what you're gonna learn from all of this, and basically you don't have to worry. I was like, okay. So she asked me, what is your concern? I said the assignment, and she was like, wow, you're on the ball. So I was like, no, I'm just curious about the assignment because I still have to write 2,000 words on it. I know it's nothing to you guys, but for me. So practically when the lesson went on, things got better, and last week was my first week, and so this week is my term 2 where I'm learning more about tort law and criminal law. So it's amazing. It's been an amazing journey, and it's still ongoing. Next month I have two assignment, in fact, to hand in. I have my quiz, and I also have my exams. So it's nerve-wracking, but like I said, I'm looking forward into the future, settling down and having an awesome job, a career in a law firm, paralegal. And hopefully this video will remind me of my experience on how I get myself into legal studies, and a little bit history about myself, so that I will not forget where I've been. And look at me now, see. And yeah, so hopefully things get better every day, and everything will go smoothly, so that I can obtain my diploma in the future, probably next month. Huh? No app leh. I'm sorry, that's my mom. So yeah, and by the way, I have my kitty cats with me, you know, and probably after this I'm just gonna get some rest because I need to reinforce myself with what I've learned today in class, which is my term 2 today, because normally we have class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but next week our classes, my classes will be more back to back, like Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, because it's almost the end of the month, and yeah, and then the assignments to do and blah blah. So at the meantime, right now I'm just gonna be straightforward. I'm not currently working because I want to concentrate on right now on what I could expect until next month, end of the month, and then after that I'll find a part-time job and someone like that and know what I can expect for the next modules of laws which I'm gonna learn and how I'm gonna reorganize myself, like which week I should start my assignment which I write. I mean, I believe that everything will just um, go in alignment, a flow where I would know what's the outcome. So yeah, just wish me good luck, everyone. Wish me all the best. Say some prayers for me, and thank you very much for anyone who's watching this, and to those who are going through the same thing with me, um, or going through a hard time in life. Remember, there's always a rainbow at the end of it. So yeah. So good night, here. Good night from Singapore here, and you guys have the best days ahead. Bye.